Elation as a woman in the Turkish town of Iskenderun was rescued more than 60 hours after the first earthquake struck. These moments are becoming rarer, but they bring with them great hope. Just hours later, another woman is pulled out alive. Beyhan Akbey mustered the strength to thank her rescuers, but as they took her to the waiting ambulance, she told them her husband is still under the rubble. Her brother Samir stayed on at the rescue site. He's anxious for news of Beyhan's husband, but relieved his sister has survived.
We spent 62 hours trying to find her, but we never lost hope. On day 1 we could hear her under the rubble. We lost contact on day 2, but on day 3 we heard her again, and that's when we called the professional rescuers to help.
There were more stories of survival across the country. After days of digging, this newborn baby was also rescued. He was given life-saving treatment on the scene, as were other children who'd also been rescued. From under the debris, a woman called Ayşenur asks for water. Her rescuers tell her she can have some as soon as she's out. It's an agonising wait. It's also excruciating for those waiting near collapsed buildings for word of their relatives trapped underneath. They're desperate and cold.
Our home is gone. We got caught in the rain and we slept on wet ground. We don't even have hot tea to drink. Look at our situation.
In difficult and dangerous conditions, rescuers work as fast as they can. International teams have arrived with extra sniffer dogs and camera technology, but the scale of the disaster means there are simply not enough resources to reach everyone. In the city of Kahramanmaraş, the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan visited one of the many emergency camps set up in the south of the country. While meeting with survivors, he promised funding for all those made homeless by the quakes.
With God's help, we will rebuild the houses within a year in all of our 10 provinces, working together with contractor companies under the management of the Housing Agency. We will speed up the debris removal as well as the construction of new houses.
Ahmed, can you hold out your leg? A rescuer calls to a young boy in the Syrian city of Jandaris. They're racing against the clock to find people alive. But sometimes surviving is bittersweet.
The building collapsed on us. We were a family of 16, but 13 of us died. My brother, my young niece and I were the only ones who got out.
In this makeshift morgue in the Syrian city of Sarakib, Idris holds the body of his grandson, saying his heart is aching. 25 of his relatives died in the earthquake.
We fled the war. Look at the injustice that pursues us. We came here to find safe shelter for us and our children, but in the end, look what fate has dealt us.
Despite the window for finding survivors closing rapidly, across both countries, rescuers are refusing to give up. The magnitude of the quake was impossible to prepare for, and the whole world is hanging on for moments like these. Sarah Morice, TRT World.